First, you love your sister, even though she sometimes sucks, but she's your problem and nobody else better lay a finger on her. So when she goes missing, you'd sail the world to find her. Second, the earth is crumbling, has been crumbling for years. There's blight and rot, and cities are underwater, and a giant agriculture corporation controls all the crops. And third, oh my god, you're sailing the world. It's isolated and dangerous, and there are mutant animals, and there are pirates, and saltwater spraying in your face constantly, and furious suns and bitter cold. Those three things combine in Saltcrop, and holy cow, it was so good. Before I continue, I'm so honored to be Yume's conversation partner for this launch. We'll be at the Strand on Tuesday. She's so amazing. It would be so cool if you came. But this is a book about sisterhood, and specifically two sisters on a rescue mission for the eldest, whose research into crops might put her and all of them in serious danger. I thought exploring sister bonds within dystopia was so interesting, because we're getting these three hyper-specific perspectives that are flawed in different ways. And nobody is the enlightened chosen one. Nobody is always right. They have to figure out what they're all capable of and how their unique skill sets can help both them and the world survive, all the while not lovingly clawing each other to bits like sisters do, and figuring out their identities and how they want to live as adults. One sister loves peace and isolation and working with her hands, another can charm any stranger she meets, and the third is endlessly curious about nature and how their society is pieced together and will stop at nothing to complete her research. There are questions asked about who we're responsible for, our families, ourselves, our world, and how we can pursue our passions in a chaotic, dystopian, unraveling place. How much do you have to sacrifice? How much selfishness are you allowed in the hunt for your dreams? Saltcrop is also about families as a whole and how they're eternally mysterious, but there are mysteries, you know? There's so much generational resilience and folks responding to trauma in very different ways here. I was also captivated by the world building and with each new broken pocket that our characters discovered. Small, quiet town where your basic needs are barely met, the danger and the thrill of the open water, and way more that I loved, but I won't spoil for you, don't worry. There's a menacing corporation and climate disasters and conspiracies and thrills, but ultimately it's about how we need communities to enact change, and how learning essential, important truths is useless unless we spread that knowledge. And three sisters facing a very broken world together. It was a lyrical, tender, thrilling, and quietly hopeful book that really touched me, especially as an eldest daughter and a person who fiercely hopes for a more compassionate future.